Previously on the Six Gaming Podcast.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Six Gaming Podcast. Filling in for your host, as always, it's Ron Klee. Shosan is out doing something. I think he's picking up some beer.
I heard he exposed himself on the mountain in Malaysia, and he's been arrested and put in jail.
Wait, wow.
He caused the earthquake.
In a parking lot somewhere picking his nose.
Speaking of mountains, say hi, Veg.
Fuck
Hi,
yourself.
Veg.
We have our Indian gold farmer.
How's it going, guys? It's Brock.
And our gold goblin who is at near cap.
I was trying to get there by the podcast tonight, but I wasn't able to quite get there.
Yeah, in the meantime, we're going to get started as we always do.
Good news, everyone!
Go on.
That sound drives me insane, by the way.
Guys, how's your wallets doing?
Gabe, no, Gabe.
Gabe, please stop. No.
No!
Here are the rules of the Steam sale for anybody who has not participated before. If your game is not on flash sale and it is not a daily deal, do not buy it. Or flash sales includes community choice or any kind of... If it is just whatever the regular 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% off, do not buy it. Wait for it to be a daily deal or a flash sale. And if it never becomes one of those, then buy it on the last day, because that will be the lowest price that it's going to be. Don't just look and say, hey, it's 40% off, I should buy it, because it will go lower almost certainly. You go get a chicken, but it turns out that like it lays golden eggs, and you can use those eggs to find out something as part of the main quest. Like there's all tied together.
I want a chicken sandwich.
No.
Tell your wife to go make you one.
The World Video Game Hall of Fame has announced their inaugural inductees. It's going to be Doom, PacMan, Pong, Super Mario Brothers, Tetris, and of course, World of Warcraft.
Should have been Miss Pac-Man. That's no, seriously. Like you don't
Gender
know
equality.
No, really. Listen, look at it this way. You go into places that have a lot of classic arcade games. Which one are they going to have? It's Pac-Man. It's going to be Mrs. Pac-Man.
That's true.
You hardly ever see any like original Pac-Man machines around. I see a crap ton of Miss Pac-Man machines whenever I'm looking for them.
They will be bringing flying to Draenor. Their whole reasoning behind not adding flying was, hey, you should experience all the content on the ground. But once you've done that, what's the point of keeping you on the ground?
Yeah, exactly.
So what they've done is basically put out a meta achievement that tries to make sure that you've done as much exploring on the ground as you can before they let you take to the skies.
We have a bad habit as gamers of saying we don't like something, and then when they change it because of the criticism, we say, well, you only did it because we didn't like it, or, oh, look, you're just trying to get our money. It's like, no, they listened to the criticism and they fixed the problem.
And then they had the crypt. That just came out not that long ago.
Your favorite map in all of the Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, they had to be spiders.
Had to be spiders. The problem is that High served as a shot caller.
Right.
And now he's gone, and they're trying to fill that role. And I think, if I remember right, they were saying Lemon Nation was the one trying to fill that role. So I have no idea.
Do you know who needs to fill that role?
Who?
Lemon Nation's Notebook.
Lemon Nation's Notebook would fill that role very nicely.
I've also been going back and still playing Fallout 3. Just dealt with those fucking ants. Which is a great
Wait, what?
The fucking ants.
Oh, wow.
Have you played Fallout 3?
I have not, no.
Oh, no, okay. No, there's this great part, within the first third of the game where this kid comes up and he's like, yeah, you gotta help me. My town's overrun by these things. I'm like, well, what's killing your village? Oh, they're these fucking ants. They're called that. That's what my dad called them. He says, these fucking ants are everywhere.
Yeah.
So now, to this day, I originally played it years ago when it came out. To this day, I still call ants fucking ants.
I've been playing a metric shit ton of Final Fantasy Online.
Is that a scientific measurement?
Oh, that's a scientific measurement. Because it's a ton, but it's full of shit.
Since it's metric, it's a little more than an imperial ton.
Yes.
There's a dude sitting in Shrine right now that's just to play Mario.
Oh,
It's awesome.
When did Dan inherit Shosan's internet?
Yeah, all right.
What?
You're inheriting Shosan's internet.
Am I?
Yeah.
Am I
In and out.
laggy?
Show may not be here, but his spirit goes on.
No one wants that spirit. Can we get an exorcist in the house?
But his heart will go on as well.
Oh, God.
I'm done.
So
Good
am I.
everybody. Good night, everyone.
But like the normal heroic versions of the raids, I still think are pretty good. I think Hans and Franz and Orc Orcher are pretty fresh.
Yeah.
The Flamebinder was a pretty good fight. I thought the Maidens is complex as hell. I like that one. The trains, those are great. Those are great fights.
Choo, motherfucker.
Do you hear that, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability. It's the sound of your death. Goodbye, Mr.
And
Anderson.
And that's one of the main reasons I stopped playing WoW, is that it looks like they're just getting lazy and that they're making World of Warcraft a side project compared to StarCraft 2 and Heroes of the Storm, as well as Hearthstone. Like, WoW isn't their big boy anymore.
And I think if I had the time available to go raid with an actual regular raid team instead of LFR, like I used to do back in Wrath and to an extent in Cataclysm, I'm sure I'd enjoy it a lot more as well.
Absolutely.
It's just the way, kind of as we talked about a couple of weeks ago, life happens and timings of things change. And so, for me personally, I haven't been able to dedicate a couple hours a night several times a week for raiding, which also hurts the enjoyment of the game. I mean, raiding is a big part of the end game.
Yep.
If I can't do that, I'm like, why am I paying $30 a month to go play the auction house?
We'll see you next week. See ya, bye.
Join us every Saturday at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific for the all-new 6 Gaming Podcast right here on YouTube.